guys and girls, in this video we're going to take a look at the best gaming consoles. I made my research and this list reflects my personal opinion, and I've listed products based on quality, durability, price, and more. I've included options for every type of consumer, so if you're looking for an entry-level option or the best product money can buy, we may have the product for you in this list. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. The products mentioned are in no exact order, so be sure to stay to the end so you don't miss anything. Also, if you want a chance to win one of the gaming consoles in the video, just subscribe, leave a comment with a hidden word in the video, and join our community Telegram channel linked in the description. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and leave a comment with a hidden word in the video. We will pick a winner and notify him when we reach 5,000 likes. Okay, so without further ado, this is our pick of the best gaming consoles on the market right now. Coming in at number 10, we've got the Nintendo Switch OLED. To take advantage of the bigger and more vibrant screen, we picked the Nintendo Switch OLED to join the list. It's so fascinating how much better the new OLED screen looks compared to the LCD on the original model. The larger 7.0-inch screen on the new OLED model is a major improvement, giving you a bit more mileage out of the device without increasing the size of the machine overall. The Switch OLED is an excellent choice because it uses all the accessories from the previous model, including Joy-Con controllers, dock, microSD memory cards, and of course, games. This means users who are upgrading can now use all their old accessories on the new OLED model. Number 9. Sega Genesis Mini. While the SNES Classic is among the top retro pick, some Golden Age classics can only be found on the Sega Genesis. From groundbreaking platforms, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Earthworm Jim, to iconic Fighter King streets of Rage 2 and Mortal Kombat 2. You have to admit the Sega has just as many stellar, nostalgic titles as its Nintendo counterpart console. The Sega Genesis Mini features 42 games, 40 of which are Sega classics, while the once Genesis-bound Tetris and arcade shoot-'em-up Darius sweeten the spot. The package includes a sleek, miniaturized version of the Sega Genesis console and 2 classic controllers. The console is ready to plug and play, and includes a power cable and an HDMI cable, which is a plus for easy gaming. Coming in number 8, Xbox One X. The Xbox One continues to be a mighty fine machine and a true despite current generation gaming, but does that matter? It is the only console currently on the market that consistently presents games in native 4K HDR after all, and its price has significantly dropped in recent times to PS4 Pro levels, making it great value for the amount of tech it crams inside. And even though Xbox flagship console has far greater processing power than the Xbox One X in both CPU and GPU terms, you can still use it to homebrew gaming and playing cheaper and older games. On the rear, there's an HDMI 2.0 output with HDCP 2.2 support, so it can handle the latest 4K content without limitations, plus an HDMI 1.4 input to put your Virgin Media or Sky Plus box through the console, if that's what you're still using. The machine is capable of all former Xbox One accessories, including older controllers. You get one of the new ones with more stable connectivity in the box though, which is in the same color as the console itself. Coming at number 7, PlayStation 4 Slim. The PS4 Slim is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. A smaller version of the original PS4 in a smaller, more rounded design. And with the launch of the PS5, it's cheaper than ever, with a library of games at your fingertips and releases continuing for some time. There's no better time to get your hands on a PS4 Slim. Existing PS4 owners won't need to upgrade as the internals are almost identical, although the new PS4 has HDR support. That isn't exclusive, as it's also been introduced to the launch PS4 with a software update. Number 6. Nintendo Switch Lite. AAA game lovers, look away. The Nintendo Switch Lite is the latest offering from Nintendo as a follow-up to its popular Nintendo Switch console. The new gaming console is smaller, lighter, and even more portable than its predecessor. It's stated to be just as powerful as its bigger brother. The major point is that this Switch Lite cannot be connected to a TV system for home-style console gaming. This console is meant purely for handheld gaming and offers a bigger battery than the original Nintendo Switch. Unlike the Nintendo Switch, the Lite version's Joy-Con sticks don't detach. Neither is the Lite made for docking. A great advantage for lovers of the original Switch is that they can also transfer their game saves onto the Lite console. The games for Nintendo Switch are said to be compatible with Nintendo Switch Lite. So, if you're a massive fan of Nintendo, the Switch Lite will now solve your problems for portability in consoles. The $200 price tag seems fair enough if you're looking for some light and casual gaming that's better than the gaming found on your mobile devices. Coming in at number 5, PlayStation 4 Pro. While plenty of gamers are making the jump to the PlayStation 5, there's still a lot of life left in last-gen consoles. The PlayStation 4 Pro is still a serious gaming machine, with a vast library of games, and the console's price tag is going to continue to drop. The PS4 Pro is also slightly easier to find than the PS5 though. Most modern consoles have suffered from low availability following the recent chip shortage. The PS4 Pro delivers an impressive playing experience for 4K television owners because of the enhanced graphics and sharper images for 4K-enabled titles. We're not going to pretend that the PS4 Pro is close to matching the superior PS5, but it's still a worthwhile gaming experience. Aside from a handful of titles exclusive to the PS5, you're going to have access to most major titles out now and all the most popular free-to-play titles. Coming at number 4, Nintendo Switch. The arrival of Nintendo pushed up the current console race by changing how consoles are used and where. It comes with a hybrid device that can be plugged into a TV like a PS5 and Xbox Series X, and can also work handheld. While it doesn't quite have the oomph to play the latest 4K, 120 frames per second releases slated for next-gen consoles, the Switch can play Doom at a smooth 30 frames per second anywhere you want. And that's more than enough for a lot of gamers. In addition to contemporary titles like Control, the Switch is a fantastic venue for reviving modern classics, such as The Witcher 3, LA Noire, and Dark Souls Remastered. More than just a clearance house for lightly aged AAA titles, the Switch also offers an ever-growing catalog of fantastic first-party games like Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Animal Crossing: New Horizons, as well as excellent indies such as Stardew Valley, Celeste, and Ori and the Will of Wisps. And in some old-school Nintendo nostalgia with a growing list of NES and SNES games through Nintendo Switch Online, and the Switch is a well-rounded console. Number 3. Microsoft Xbox Series S. The Microsoft Xbox Series S doesn't have a PlayStation 5 equivalent, and this is its biggest advantage. In comparison to the Xbox Series X, there's a lot left to be desired. Nonetheless, you can't expect too much from a console that costs almost $200 less, right? This console is affordable, portable, and won't cost you an arm and a leg. While Microsoft cut corners with the specs considering its budget, the Xbox Series S has a reasonably powerful spec sheet. And if ray-traced games at 1080p and 1440p are good enough for you, the Xbox Series S can be your choice of console. Despite the minimal size, the console does well in cooling. There isn't too much issue with the console getting too loud after being used for a substantial period. You will miss the extra graphical power that the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 provide though, as the Xbox Series S can only muster 4 teraflops of graphical power. However, it's still enough for the latest games to run at a crisp 1080p or 1440p resolution. Coming at number 2, Xbox Series X. When looking for a tech powerhouse, the Xbox Series X is a good place to turn. The console features 12 teraflops of power and up to 8 times more graphical performance than the Xbox One, not to mention twice as much as the Xbox One X. Coming with 16GB of GDDR6 RAM, it supports variable refresh rate, variable rate shading technology, and a low latency mode that allows for a better response for your gaming experience. Give it a true next-gen game, and the power in this next-generation console is sure to wow gamers. In the meantime, Xbox Series X owners have no shortage of games to play. Xbox Series X will support every previous generation of Xbox games, similar to how the Xbox One did. This means you'll be able to play Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X games all on the new machine, a huge win for game preservation. The Xbox is also home to Game Pass, the best deal in gaming, with more than 100 heavy-hitting games on the roster and promises of Project xCloud integration. Gamers can explore and test out new titles for a low monthly fee. While the Xbox Series X is a powerful machine, it's also a surprisingly quiet one. The console's cooling architecture is incredibly efficient, so much so that you wonder if the console is even on at times. Number 1. PlayStation 5 Digital. With lightning-fast load speeds, a new controller, and a phenomenal lineup of launch titles, including new exclusives, the PS5 is the best plug-and-play gaming platform available. First of all, the PS5 currently has the upper hand when it comes to games. PlayStation gamers have been enjoying titles like Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and Godfall since the get-go. Xbox fans, on the other hand, have finally been able to play Halo Infinite following its launch in 2021. But beyond that, the list of top-tier exclusives is slim. The PS5 simply has the best gaming library out there right now. Speaking of peripherals and hardware, both iterations of the console use AMD chips across the board, including an 8-core CPU running on a modified version of the Ryzen line. The main issue with the PS5 is that even after a year on the market, they're still hard to find, due to in part of a chip shortage. They go in and out of stock at retailers semi-regularly, but you can't expect to walk into a store and find one sitting on the shelves these days. That brings us to the end of our review and buyer's guide for the best gaming consoles. Hope to see you in the next video. Let us know in the comments what is your favorite one. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and get notified when we launch new videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.